Time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You feel what I'm saying? Now listen, man. You can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now you already know time and energy are the highest forms of currency. I know they got y'all here chasing the bag, chasing that money, chasing that moolah, stacking that cheddar, that cheese, and that mozzarella. But always keep it in the front of your mental Rolodex that time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G's, at all times is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Big salute to all my day one investors, everybody that's highly invested in the channel, everybody that understands we are growing this channel organically, constant elevation. We on our way to the top, well over 40,000 subscribers, on our way to 40K is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Big salute to y'all. Even bigger salute to all my newcomers, all my new investors, all my new subscribers, everybody that's making their way to the Realest channel on YouTube, everybody that's making their way to Grown Man Business TV. Listen, man, I carved out a lane for the real, and I'm the only one in this lane, my G. And if you merge into this lane, trust me, we gonna crash out. Salute, my G. Now do me a favor, man. Do me a solid, right? Wipe your feet off before you walk into the big house. Yeah, I said do me a solid and wipe off your feet before you step into the big house. Now, I mean, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure your notification bells are ringing every time we go live right here on Grown Man Business TV. Big salute. Tap in. Now, late night live stream, my G. We doing a late night live stream. I'm gonna see how the numbers look. Well past 12 o'clock on this Sunday morning. You know what I mean? I'm still up, doing what I do best. And I came across DJ Akademiks is actively being banned from the West Coast. Now, we're gonna talk about this. You know what I mean? I really want to speak to this situation. The downloads are downloading. It's a late night live stream, so if you still up, you still looking for content, you've made your way to the Realest channel on YouTube, Grown Man Business TV, and we're gonna have a conversation about DJ Academics, in the culture. I'm gonna just leave it at that. DJ Academics versus the culture. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But you got to know, before we get into this information, before we have this late night live stream, before we do what we do best right here at Grown Man Business TV, right? Before we talk about this, I got to do some customizations to the chat. Because even after 12 o'clock, even on a late night creep, the higher ups and the elites are paying attention. Even when I tap in on a late night live stream, the higher ups and the elites are always watching. They're always paying attention. And when I deliver this message, I got to make sure I do some customizations to the chat. So we're going to have this conversation. You know what I mean? Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. When you come in here, make sure you wipe off your feet. When you step in the big house, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe. And we're gonna have a conversation, man. Big salute to the chat. I see y'all coming in. Now, I mean, you already know how we do. Bam, you see that right there. Right there at the bottom of the chat. You feel what I'm saying? Listen, man, before you get in here with your Twitter fingers, Twitter fingering and all that, using your Twitter fingers to do your Twitter fingering and all of that with your comments and all that, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure you tapped into the Realest channel on YouTube at all times, Grown Man Business TV. And if not, that's cool. That's cool. Get in the back of the class, close your mouth and open your ears and prepare yourself for the rawest, purest dope on YouTube. Straight off the brick into the bottles. Now, I mean, is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Big salute to the chat. Now, DJ Academics being banned from the West Coast. One thing for sure, two things for certain. I got to keep it really funky over here. I like to keep it all the way 100 here at Grown Man Business TV. There is really no way to ban somebody from the West Coast. You can't ban somebody from your city. You know what I mean? Because on the grand scheme of things, you dudes don't run that city. You gang members, y'all don't run California. You gang members have no power out there in California. And we've seen this a million times over. As soon as the federales step in, as soon as those white men with those badges, the boys in blue, as soon as they get involved, all you so-called powerful gang members, y'all been breaking fold, and you put your arms out and let them put handcuffs on you. So before we get into the fun part of this live stream, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this live stream, I wanted to throw that out there. You dudes ain't banning nobody. You ain't banning DJ Academics. You ain't banning Charleston White. You dudes ain't got no power. And we have, the smoke and mirrors have all been cleared out. We can see you guys very clearly. This ain't 1991. This ain't Menace to Society. This ain't Boys in the Hood. You when you dudes out there in Cali was wearing Jerry curls and all that, when you had the Jerry curl juice dripping all over your neck and all over your collar, y'all was gangsters back in those days. I give you that. But I don't see none of you West Coast dudes wearing Jerry curls. And I'm going to tell you something. If you want us to believe that y'all get down with the get down, if you want us to start believing in you gang members again, I suggest you go down to your nearest hair and beauty supply store and you get you a can of that Soul Glow. Yeah, I almost sung it. I almost sung the Soul Glow song for you. You know what I'm saying? I almost went back and did the Coming to America. I almost did that. I suggest you West Coast dudes go and get your Jerry curls sprayed in and maybe we'll believe you. Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. Okay? Y'all ain't doing nothing to nobody. Y'all better let your soul glow. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully. But it's some YouTubers and it's some gang members and it's some people that feel a certain way about DJ Academics, and they want him banned from the West Coast. Now again, like I said, man, I'm gonna have this conversation because it get deeper. Deep is wicked, and it's always deeper than rap. It's always deeper than what's on the surface. It's always deeper than the what you can see right there in your face. You understand what I'm saying? And they want to ban DJ Academics. They want Charleston. You dudes ain't banning nobody. And before we talk about DJ Academics, I'm gonna throw this out there. Before y'all get the Soul Glow and y'all get your Jerry curl juice dripping, you might want to go and ban some white people. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. You guys want to ban Charleston White, you want to ban DJ Academics, but when it come to the boys in blue, when it come to the Caucasians, when it come to that dog fur, I ain't heard y'all ban one. y'all had some gangsters back in the 90s. Yeah, when the riots and all that broke out, y'all was doing it to the dog fur. I seen them boys on Crenshaw pull a white man out the truck and do damage to the dog fur. So that's what y'all might want to do before y'all start trying to ban, black people, islanders, Jamaicans. Before y'all want to start banning these people, you might want to go and do your due diligence and do your work. Okay? Now, I needed to throw that out there before I get into, the real gist of this live stream, this late night live stream. Charlie P, I see you in the chat. There's always a big wrench around. There's always a shooter around. And don't worry, if I ain't got no shooters, I'll do the shooting. So always pay attention and always understand that grown man business. I was a shooter before I was a content creator. So if I ain't got a shooter in the chat, I'ma do the shooting. But right now we got Charlie P. Lay low. Lay low and keep firing. Yeah. Shoot first, ask questions later. But West Coast riders, gang members, Bloods, Crips, I'm talking Nutty Block, I'm talking Rolling 60, Rolling 40, Grape Street, on Pyru. Y'all might want to go and get your Jerry curls put back in function. Y'all might want to go down to the nearest beauty supply store and let your soul glow. Because when y'all had Jerry curls, that's when y'all was gangster. All right, let's move forward. Now, the reason why I'm going to speak on DJ Academics is because I told y'all we got to weed out the fake, man. We got to really pay attention to the industry plants. We got to really ask the question, how do dudes like DJ Academics, how do dudes like Flacco, Show Flacco, how do they get in position to talk about gangsterism? How do they get in position? How did they wiggle their way and slither their way into a position to talk about hip hop, to talk about a culture that they have nothing to do with. In word to Nipsey Hussle, R.I.P. to Nipsey Hussle, and word to Nipsey Hussle. You understand what I'm saying? You know, Nipsey called it out a long time ago when it came to academics. Ain't no way possible. We have come into an age where lames like DJ Academics and Show Flacco can actually have a say-so in what go on in the street or what go on in hip-hop or what go on in our culture. And it's really a lot of our fault. The consumer, the subscriber. You know, you dudes got a lot of power out there. I know y'all be in the chat. I know y'all ain't started a YouTube channel. I know y'all ain't creating content. You know, y'all just think that y'all subscribers and y'all just think that, you know, you dudes are consumers. But what I'm here to tell you is you dudes got a lot of power out there as subscribers, as investors. And when y'all invest time and energy in the lame dudes like Show Flacco and DJ Academics, y'all only give them momentum and y'all only give them motion and y'all only grow their channels. It's time to knock those dudes out the box and put the real in position. That's where Grown Man Business TV come in at. So I'm going to play a couple of, I'm going to play a couple of things because you already know how we do over here at Grown Man Business TV. I keep the receipts. I keep the receipts. And I think that it is diabolical and it is nasty work listening to DJ Academics at this present time, talking the way he talking about Kendrick, about the culture, about fellow YouTubers. I just think it's a wild thing that DJ Academics, after we heard him on the phone with that 14-year-old little boy making sexual remarks and sexual advances towards that little boy, he done forgot all about that. And now he feel like he could talk gangster and he could call people lames and weirdos. Where does DJ Academics get off calling somebody a weirdo? After we heard what he was streaming with that little boy. An absolute predator. DJ Academics is a predator, my G. Absolute predator. And I told y'all in my recent live streams, we're going to call out predators. We are going to call out grown-ass men that think that it's okay to prey on children. Now, I'm not going to play that because the last time I did that on this channel, they really attacked my channel when I played those live streams from DJ Academics. But I mean, it is what it is and it'll be what it's going to be. You remember, just like I remember, DJ Academics asking that little boy why he don't want to do homosexual activity and all that. DJ Academics making sexual advances to a teenager. Yeah, I told you, 13, 14, 15, 18, 19. All they got in common is the word teen, which is an abbreviation for teenager. So we're going to play a couple of receipts on this late night live stream. Over 100 people in the chat, on our way to 200 in the chat. Go ahead and hit that like button, run them likes up. I want over 100 likes. You already know how we give it up. If you are up late right now, searching for content, you made your way to the right place. The algorithm led you to Grown Man Business TV. And we're going to have a conversation. Dudes like Show Flacco, dudes like DJ Actor Diddy should not be talking the way they talking on this algorithm. And they should not be, elevated the way they're being elevated on this algorithm. And before I get into this receipt, All in Alkaline Lifestyle, I see you in here. That feminine energy we all do need. Salute the All in Alkaline Lifestyle. Big wrenches in the chat. Before I get into this receipt, I wanna reinstate that. I wanna really stomp that down. I wanna really certify and put a stamp on that. Predators is gonna get preyed out. We gonna start preying on the predators. You got to know something, man. Apex predator. That's what we are. And we gonna prey on the predators. And DJ Actor Diddy, absolute predator. Absolute predator. And to the subscribers, to the investors, y'all are powerful. I really want to reiterate that. I want y'all to understand how powerful y'all are. Y'all are one of the main reasons, y'all are the main source that keep this algorithm going. These channels won't be nothing without the subscriber. These platforms don't get bigger without the investor. When you look into your YouTube studio, they have a section called engagement. It's engagement. That means the time spent in the live chat. How many comments is in the live chat? The energy transfer between me and you. The energy transfer between me and you. Direct and consumer. So I don't never want y'all to, don't ever feel like y'all, no, y'all are a big deal and y'all play a big part. So when y'all go support dudes like DJ Actor Diddy, when y'all go support dudes like Show Flacco, who talks down on black people, you gotta be able to take accountability for that. You gotta be able to stand on that. You gotta be able to say, listen, I know that DJ Actor Diddy is a predator. I heard those tapes and I saw those live streams, but I still go in this chat and I still engage with him. You got to look at yourself a certain way as a subscriber. I don't watch DJ Actor Diddy. I don't go in his live streams. I don't engage. I used to, but after I seen that live stream, I don't see nothing with DJ Actor Diddy. If it come across my plate, I see what's going on, and I'm going to talk about it. Therefore, I'm going to use the receipts. But other than that, I don't engage with no predator. So I want to throw that out there, and I wanted to reiterate that to all the subscribers out there, to all the consumers, all 150 of y'all that's up late right now consuming content. Y'all are powerful. Y'all keep the wheels rolling. Big salute to the chat. Hit that like button. I need 100 likes in here. Now, it's going to be a few different angles I'm going to approach when it come to this. But I really just, we going to go through these receipts and we going to break this down on this late night conversation. You know, who gave DJ Actor Diddy the keys to the culture? Who gave Show Flacco a green light to talk about gang activity, to talk about black culture? And why ain't nobody talking about this? Why ain't nobody stepping on this? Show Flacco is an African. He is an African, homie. He got a green card or he got a citizenship. I heard him say out his own mouth, he denounced his own country to live in America. He had to denounce his home country to be a citizen of the United States of America. You don't have no green light to talk about black people in no way, shape, form, or fashion, Show Flacco. DJ Actor Diddy, he's a Jamaican. He's from the islands. He's an immigrant to America. He is an immigrant. Who gave these dudes the green light? And I'm telling y'all, man, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We gonna elevate the real Grown Man Business TV. Who gave these dudes the green light? The consumer, the subscriber. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Y'all gave them the green light. Y'all bigged up their platforms, and we gonna talk more about that. Show Flacco, hey man, hey, I really got an issue with that too. I don't like Africans talking about black culture. I don't like Africans talking about niglet this and niglets and yeah, pookies and all that. Who told you you could call us a pookie? You calling black people pookie and all that, and I call you an African booty scratcher. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Yeah. We gon', you know, We full steam ahead this year. Constant content. We on our way to 50,000 subscribers, 50K. And what I'm telling you is, we gonna chop down the tree. And all the fake ones that's at the top, they gonna come back down to the bottom. The DJ Actor Diddies and all that. The Show Floccos, the Adam 22s and all that. When we cut down the tree, they all gonna come back down to the bottom. And when the new and improved tree grows, the real is gonna be at the top. The real, homie, only the real is gonna be at the top. All right, so I want y'all to listen to this, man. Big salute to the chat. I want y'all to listen to DJ Actor Diddy. And then we're going to break down the context of this content. And then we're going to diagnose. We're going to dissect it. And then we're going to diagnose. All right, so big salute to the chat. Make sure y'all hit that like button and that subscribe button. Late night content. Yeah. We did a 42 fake on the algorithm. We did a 42 fake on the higher ups and the elites. They ain't know we was going to double back. Big salute to the chat. Run them likes up.
Okay. In the sense of, at this point, you've already escalated things. So now you should probably understand that it's not a friendly fade. Again, I've explained this ad nauseum. A friendly is for someone who you're friendly with. Or friendly fade.
Yo, the reason why, and I'm going to call both of these bozos out there bullshit. Yo, DJ Head, the reason why we're so sick of you, and we can't wait for people to be beyond this Kendrick wave that you and like 15 other like YouTube reactors who just ride Kendrick all day, we could just forget them forever, is because y'all only gimmick is to suck Kendrick's. There is like, yo, you could be, that could be a man's, but like, you could also have slight objectivity. Like I was watching like everything with this dude, like, and also it's like a pet peeve with this little weirdo right here. This fucking dweeb is always trying to make it seem like Kendrick's a genius. Like, I'm telling you, if Kendrick cut a fart in a room, he would say, is that Tom Ford? Is that Dolce & Gabbana? Oh my God, that gotta be Louis Vuitton. This sucker right here, I've never, like, I know sometimes y'all say I'm glazing. Bro, y'all see me criticize Drake mad times. This, he make it seem like Kendrick's a whole genius. Talking about, like, yo, they be breaking out dumb shit, talking about, oh, when he said a friendly fake. This was the lamest conversation. Like, I won't even be in no conversation like this. I'm going to tell you what. They're over here breaking down every line. Talking about, well, a friendly fade in the hood is, man, shut up.
Explain this ad nauseum. A friendly is for someone who you're friendly with. A friendly fade, a fair one, we call it. A fair one is for the homie, like, we have a rapport, and we're gonna go eat after. We're going to go outside, we're going to run a fair one, and then we're going to go eat. That's reserved for the homie. When you're an op, quote unquote, opposition, an enemy, whatever the case may be, where how we came up, DJ had.
Now, we gon', even right there, he talking gangster. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, DJ Actor Diddy. Yeah. Because you gotta, let's make that go viral. DJ Actor Diddy. That's what I like to call him, because he been out here acting a Diddy. He act like we forgot what he was streaming with that 15-year-old little boy and all that. Acting like Diddy. See, I like to call him DJ Actor Diddy, because he been out here acting a Diddy. DJ Akademiks been out here acting a Diddy. And we ain't forgot about that. But he talking about Kendrick. He talking about dudes on the West Coast. And he using words like weirdo. He using words like D-sucker. I mean, he talking real gangster for a dude that ain't never had a fight in his life. For a dude that wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. For a dude that's gonna move around with security and call the police if you approach him the wrong way. You talking to grown men. You are speaking at grown men and calling them dick suckers. Calling them weirdos. You understand what I'm saying? And this is what I mean. It's like, don't ever get it confused like this YouTube thing ain't real life. I think a lot of y'all believe that it's not real. You know, you get on YouTube, you say what you want to say, and after you hit the live button and you hit the end button, that it's over. No, when you direct certain words at men, even over YouTube, that come with repercussions, homie. That come with consequences and repercussions. So I thought it was weird to hear DJ Actor Diddy call somebody a weirdo after we heard you talking salaciously to that 15-year-old little boy, DJ Actor Diddy. But not just that. He spoke on Kendrick Lamar, right? And he's upset that these YouTubers are breaking down every line and calling Kendrick a genius. Well, I'ma say it right here on Grown Man Business TV. Kendrick Lamar is a genius, homie. And I know you don't understand it because this is not your culture. You're somewhere from Bumbaclad, Jamaica. Bumbaras Clad, Pussy Rod Clad, Bomba Clad. You like that? You're from Jamaica, man. You're a Bonte boy from the Bonte boy land of Jamaica. You wouldn't understand the algorithm. You wouldn't understand the inner workings of hip hop. You wouldn't understand the inner workings of a rap battle. That's why you don't understand what's going on. You think it's supposed, girls want girls, where we from? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Girls want girls, yeah. You like listening to that. Yeah, we all like Drake when he's singing and all that. We don't like the gangster Drake. We like Drake when he's singing. But Kendrick Lamar is a different animal. He's one of the purest definitions of hip hop that we have right now within hip hop. So I know you wouldn't understand that, DJ Actor Diddy. You more familiar with acting a Diddy and all that. You more familiar with being salacious with 15-year-old little boys and all that. So I don't expect you to understand that Kendrick Lamar is a genius. But you talking to a black man. And we all know hip hop was created in black culture. So I'm telling you that Kendrick Lamar is a lyrical genius. And anybody in hip hop that's a respectable rap artist or a respectable lyricist like Jada Kiss, Styles P, Pusha T, these dudes will tell you the same thing I'm telling you. And I'm not from the West Coast. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. It's pure dope. There is no mixture. There's no conservative. There's no extras in this dope that I'm giving you. So, I just wanted to speak to that. First and foremost, man, just because you got a mic and a camera do not make you gangster, homie. I'm shocked ain't nothing happened to you yet. I'm an 80s baby. The 90s raised me. In the culture in the 90s with the Wu-Tang Clan, Method Man and Red Man, different type of hip-hop artists, they would have already ran down on your ass already. DMX, they would have already ran down on you at one of your little podcasts out there in Jersey. This new age shit, it's all good. But don't ever call nobody a weirdo, knowing we heard what you was talking to that little 15-year-old boy about, DJ Act a Diddy. All right, now I'm gonna get back to you, Actor Diddy. Keep your hands, sit on your hands. Sit on your hands, don't go nowhere. We're gonna double back to you, Actor Diddy. But let's talk about this guy right here, Mr. Show Flacco. Poetic Flacco, Show Flacco, I don't know, whatever your name is. You're not from Jamaica. You're from the motherland. Huh? Bumba clad, ras clad, African booty scratching. Yeah, you scratching booty over there. One thing I ain't heard nobody say on this algorithm or on this app right here, I ain't heard nobody address this guy right here, Show Flacco, Poetic Flacco. Because he do a lot of talking about black people. He do a lot of disrespectful moniker and a lot of disrespectful talking about black culture and black men in America. And I don't blame you, Poetic Flacco. James Junkin, I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that 4 or 5 piece nugget. You know what I'm saying? We gonna definitely add that to the pot. But Poetic Flacco, you know, I don't blame you for talking the way you talk about black people, because I understand that Africans have always talked derogatory towards black people. Africans came over here from Africa, disowned their land, abandoned their country, abandoned the motherland, and came to America and then talked down on black Americans, FBA, foundational black Americans. We are not African Americans. So I understand that that's part of your culture. But I'm just more shocked that all these black men that rub shoulders with you have not checked you yet. Big salute to 16 shot him. I think that's his name. 16 shot him. Big salute to him, because I saw him spit on you one time. I saw you was on No Jumper and that black man spit in your face, and I respected that. But let's let Poetic Flacco talk a little bit. And we're gonna break this thing down. I seen some things I want to point out. And I ain't talking about your looks and nothing like that, but your edge up is out of pocket, Poetic Flacco. You Africans come over here and y'all sit in the barber chair with us and y'all think y'all, nah. Your edge up right there shows me that you're from Nigeria, Ghana, yeah, Johannesburg. That shit is diabolical. You should fire your barber. We're gonna talk about that. Let's let Poetic Flacco talk. Hey, yo, run them likes up on this late night content. 300 people in the chat. Easy money. Yeah, slow. Look.
Feeling the need to explain what a friendly fade is really encapsulates the arrogance of the West Coast and why a lot of people get rubbed the wrong way. Why a lot of people don't necessarily like people from the West Coast is because, I believe, of things like this. Now,
let me stop him right there. Who is these people you talking about that don't like the West Coast? I'm from the East Coast. We ain't never had a problem with the West Coast. So again, when you talking, when these lames is talking, we need to make them, we need y'all to be direct. Say names. Yeah, y'all be beating around the bush. Y'all really some hoes out here, man. Y'all some hoes out here. Ho, like it's Merry Christmas. Yeah, that's why a lot of people don't like the West Coast. Well, who is you talking? Who is these people that you saying don't like the West Coast, Poetic Flacco? Who is these people? I'm going to tell you, so you need to look. Fire your barber, man. Look. Fire your barber, Flacco. You better fire your barber, brother. Yo, that's why a lot of these people, they don't like the... Well, who is these people? Let's let them talk. I'm going to let them talk a little more. Go ahead. Go look.
Now, I like DJ Head. Some people don't. Now, I would say that I refrain from listening to certain opinions, or when I know he's going to be talking about certain things, I just don't tap in. I just don't listen, so I can maintain my respect for him, you know? Like, I love when he talks about general things, but when it comes to this Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef, bro, I just understand that objectivity don't exist when it comes to DJ Head and this conversation. So because I understand that, I sort of just avoid it so I can maintain my respect for him. Because no matter how much I like you, if I tap in and listen to you talk about things and give opinions that I know you don't believe in, or I know that's not how you feel, or I know this is just completely biased with no form of objectivity or logic whatsoever, well, I'm going to look at you a little differently. And that will probably affect how I view you. So I just avoid hearing DJ Head talk about this Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef completely. Now, the conversation transitioned onto, the Drake Taylor-made freestyle. When Drake did...
Hey, bro, you better cut that goddamn fish. You better cut that off your... Hey, I'm going to say something real fast, man. I'm going to say something. I want to say something, right? This how you know these dudes are disconnected from the culture. This how you know he's an African and DJ Actor Diddy is a Jamaican, and they are outsiders speaking on a culture they have nothing to do with. This is how you know, because him and DJ Actor Diddy, they keep saying the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. Let me tell you something, man. Let me give you guys a rude awakening, man. They are not beefing. This is not a beef. There is no beef between K. Dot and Drake. These are two rappers that are very competitive. These are two men that at this point don't like each other. They're not feeling each other, but it ain't no beef. Kendrick Lamar's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Drake is worth hundreds of millions. These dudes ain't beefing, homie. Now, do I see them being friends? I don't think so. I think K. Dot said enough. I think Drake said a few things about his wife and his children that, grown men really ain't about to shake hands and be chilling with each other after you said, I got domestic violence against my wife and my child might not be mine. And I'm sure you ain't gonna want to chill with Kendrick Lamar after he called you a pedo and probably strike the chord and it's probably a minor. We all know the song. But is it a beef? Nah, it's not a beef, homie. This the same thing that happened with Biggie and Tupac. When you got a bunch of, you got a bunch of white people, you got a bunch of Africans, and you got a bunch of Jamaicans trying to talk about a situation they don't know nothing about. Now it's an East Coast and a West Coast beef. It was never that. It was never no real beef between Pac and Biggie. It was an agenda that Pac had. He was trying to do something that was over a lot of y'all head. He was trying to make it look like it was friction between him and Biggie, and then they was going to do the United Front. They was going to do United Nations, and they was going to come together, and they was going to connect the East and the West Coast. That's what was about to happen. That's another reason why they got killed off the way they got killed off, because it was bigger than rap. So every time Poetic Flacco and DJ Actor Diddy say the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, it just shows you that these dudes don't have anything to do with our culture. They're only involved in our culture because they make money off our culture. Same thing with Adam 22. Adam 22 only makes money off the culture. So he don't understand that he should not have done that interview with Go Yayo. It's all about money and monetization, capitalization. That's all it's about. They don't care. They don't know nothing about this culture. They know that it's lucrative. That's the only thing that they know, is that our culture is lucrative. So, I'm gonna let Show Flacco, Poetic Flacco, I'm gonna let him talk some more. But I just had to, I had to stop him right there. Hey, brother, bruh. I'm gonna tell you something, man. Never trust a man with a patchy beard. Never trust a man that's growing his beard in, right? And instead of just understanding that the shit ain't happening, it ain't working, it ain't for you. This ain't this ain't something you can do, and finding another way and starting over and finding and trying to figure out another way to get it going. They just let the patchy beard the dudes like this. Look, 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 look. Like, bro, when you go to the barber shop, what you tell your barber? Yo, I'm just growing in. I know it's patchy. Just, just hit it right there. Hit it right. What you doing, B? Never trust a man with a patchy beard. Yeah, man. Never trust a man with a patchy beard, man. And never trust a female that's dating a man with a patchy beard. You ain't told that man that it ain't working yet. You ain't told Poetic Flacco, listen, love, it's not working. It's not working. The beard is no good, my friend. You didn't tell that man that. Listen. I'm sorry, I had to say that. I don't care how you look. It got nothing to do with me. But I'm just saying, brother, you goddamn brother. Your shit is pushed back. Your hairline is almost obsolete, and your goddamn beard is bushy. And you talking about the culture. You need to pay attention and figure out and get you some goddamn beard growth and put some oil on that ashy ass hair. You need to. I'm gonna talk to you, poetic. I'm ready to talk to you, poet. We can do some content. You want to have a conversation with a real man of the culture. You don't want to talk to me, man. Let's let Poetic Flocko talk. Salute to everybody in the chat. Over 200. Hit the like button, man. I need 100 likes in here. You know, let's let Poetic Flocko talk a little bit more. Go ahead. Go ahead, Poe. Look. Go ahead.
Did the AI Tupac and the AI Snoop Dogg voice, and Drake was rapping to Kendrick from their perspective, but using the AI voice. DJ Head would speak on that, and he would say it was a miscalculation, and it was essentially Drake handing over Kendrick Lamar a weapon, knowing they're feuding. He handed Kendrick Lamar over this bomb, whether he didn't know or he knew, but this bomb he would say is Drake lack of cultural awareness didn't tell him that this was a bomb he was handing over to Kendrick Lamar, but it was. Because essentially what Taylor Made Freestyle did was it gave Kendrick Lamar all the ammunition he needed to go back to the West Coast and say, you see, haha, this is not my fight with Drake. This is our fight. Y'all got to rally behind this. And once the West Coast had a cause to rally behind, essentially it was over because Drake don't have that. So no matter what Kendrick Lamar dropped, no matter how much Drake felt like he was out rapping Kendrick Lamar, the West Coast and the culture and the entire coast was behind him. Drake don't have that. And because Kendrick Lamar had that, due to Drake doing that tailor-made freestyle, Drake lost, Kendrick Lamar won. So they begin to talk about that, and Akademiks have some critiques as well.
Name to somebody.
Now I'm gonna just give some dialogue and some context to that real quick before we let DJ Actor Diddy. We gonna get right back to Actor Diddy because he about to go in and we gonna talk about this. But Drake is culturally disconnected from what we call hip hop. Drake is an industry plant. That's why he got the Nokia song. You know what I'm saying? I mean, man, when you listen to the song he got out right now, it should let you know why he is in position. He's here to put these weird, soft, go-lucky music out, and you know what I'm saying? Hoo, hoo, hoo. Give me a hug, give me a hug. Like, give me a hug. Why? You a grown-ass man talking about give me a hug, give me a hug. You know, you should be able to hear the higher ups and the elites all throughout Drake's music. You should be able to look at Drake now and understand exactly what he is here for. You got to know something. Hip hop was created in America by black people. So it ain't got nothing to do with, you know, Kendrick got the West Coast and X, Y, and Z. Drake got the whole Toronto, but Toronto is not culturally anchored in hip hop. Once you go in Toronto, you're gonna run across a lot of islanders, Jamaicans, Haitians, you know, Canadians. They got their own culture out there in Canada. Drake just indulging in our culture. You know, he went down to Memphis. He stole some of their culture. He went down to Houston, Texas. He stole some of their culture. He went out there to the Bay. He stole some of their culture. He went out there to Miami. He stole some of their culture. So, you know, these guys got it all wrong. Oh, it don't matter what Kendrick Lamar put out. No, it did matter. Me personally, I didn't like Meet the Grams. When Kendrick Lamar dropped that Meet the Grams, I didn't like it. I'm like, yo, you know, this a rap battle. Like, turn up real quick. I don't know about all that. And he did that with the They Not Like Us. But it's deeper than the culture. But yes, Drake is culturally disconnected. That's why Drake thought that it was smart to use Tupac's voice in the goddamn rap battle. And we about to talk about this. Now it's about to get deep. It's about to get deep. Hit the like button and all that. DJ Actor Diddy, you back on the chopping block. We done already talked about Flocko, his receding hairline, and his thin ass beard and all that. Now we about to go back to DJ Actor Diddy. You know, the one that salaciously talks to little boys. You know, when he's streaming with them little white boys and all that. He like to get sexual and all. Yeah, act a ditty. DJ act a ditty. You been out here acting a ditty, and we ain't forgot. I don't know where you got off. I don't know what you thought happened. I don't know who told you that enough time has passed and they forgot. We ain't forgot. We heard what you said to that little white boy, and we heard how uncomfortable he was when you was talking to that little white boy and all that. Oh, you thought we forgot. Oh, you must have forgot. You thought we forgot? We ain't forgot nothing. Now, I want y'all to listen to this. It's about to get deep. Hit that like button. Watch this.
Who's never had been in those environments, because I would not hand somebody a weapon to use against me in the real world, right? The second thing. Well, what if it's not a real weapon? It doesn't matter if it's perceived as one. Yeah, the cops is going to shoot you if you have a gun and it's a phone case. It don't matter. Mm-hmm. They're going to shoot you. Mm-hmm. It's a perceived weapon. So we all know we live on the internet. Perception doesn't matter. I mean, reality doesn't matter if the perception is fucked up. Mm-hmm. Right? So the second thing was the AI shit. The song would have just been would have been a dope rap song without the AI shit. Again, screaming of lack of cultural awareness.
That's so bitch ass, man. Yo, I don't care who died. That Drake could do what he want. I hate these niggas, man. Who the fuck tell Drake he can't put Tupac's? That's my interpretation of the song. If Tupac is, I don't care who died. That Drake could do what he want. I hate these. I don't care who died. That Drake could do what he want. I hate these niggas, man. Who the fuck tell Drake he can't put Tupac's? That's my interpretation of the song. If Tupac stayed as mad, he'll take it down and shit. But like, that's what I wanted to do. This whole like, oh yeah, you disrespected people. Man, shut up. This is a rap battle. This been the most made like woke but weird rap battle of all time. Well, y'all in a rap battle where is called a with no proof, but let you use a dead man's voice. That's mad disrespectful. What are we talking about? Could we make this make sense? So you call a who's alive it ain't that disrespectful. But using a dead man's voice, he ain't here to hear it. Drake could do.
I mean, it's so cringe, bro. It's so cringe, and it's disgusting. It's nasty work at where we are with this. But we got a dude like this, a lame, bro, a geek. Back before he had money, he was a lame. We used to joke on him. We used to call him Fat Boy and all that. Yeah, DJ Actor Diddy. He's the dude in school that used to wear a t-shirt when we went to the pool and all that. When we used to go to the pool and we used to go swimming, that one dude that had the t-shirt on to cover his nipples up, his man breast was out. He didn't want to show his man breast. He sit on the side of the pool with a white t-shirt on, with his nipples protruding through. You know what I'm talking about? That's DJ Actor Diddy, man. And he's like, yo, so we can't use a dead man's voice? No. Let me give you some game on the culture, DJ Actor Diddy. In this culture, when it come to a battle rap, it don't matter what Kendrick said to Drake. That shit ain't got nothing to do with Tupac Shakur. And for you to think that it was smart to use an AI generated voice of Tupac Shakur shows that you don't know what the fuck you're dealing with. You have nothing to do with the culture. Let me give you an example, DJ Actor Diddy. Since you are you're from Jamaica, right? You're a Jamaican bumper clot, ras clot, Jamaican pussy boy, right? Yeah, you a Jamaican, right? A DJ Act a Diddy, right? Imagine if Sean Paul, Dottie, just give me the light and pass the draw. Imagine Sean Paul and Vibe Cartel, they get to beefing. I'm the king of reggaeton. No, I'm the king of the reggaeton. Just give me the light and pass the draw. They get to beefing and all that. Reggaeton. Vibe Cartel versus Sean Paul Dortier. Dortier, right? And Vibe Cartel gets a generated voice of Bob Marley. And he uses a generated voice of Bob Marley to battle Sean Paul. So Vibe Cartel, he go in the studio, he get a generated voice of a dead man, and he sings it like it was Bob Marley, and he uses it like he get a whole dead man. Don't you think Jamaicans would be offended by that? Don't you think it'd be some Jamaicans out there saying, why the hell did Vibe Cartel goddamn use Bob Marley's voice? You think everybody would be, no, it'll be some Jamaicans out there, some real rude boys saying, hey man, Vibe Cartel, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? What you mean, my friend, Bumberclad? Hey, I'm just saying, man, why would you use Bob Marley? He's a legend. No, because Sean Paul told me to give him the light and spark the dro. He disrespected me. What the hell that got to do with Bob Marley? You see what I'm saying? So you got to understand something. Even the way DJ Akademiks is talking about Tupac right now is highly disrespectful. It's highly disrespectful. Yo, that's a dead man. Du-du-du-du-du. Yeah, well, Bob Marley's a fucking dead man too. Yeah. Bob Marley's a fucking dead man, and he had lice all in his dreadlocks when his ass died. They said Bob Marley had 45 different species of lice in them nappy ass dreadlocks and all that. Yeah, you don't remember that? Got Vibe Cartel out here looking like a damn white man, skin bleaching and all that. Yeah, you don't remember that? So how about we just start using Bob Marley's voice? Fuck it, generation. We just generate the AI Bob Marley and we'll start using it out here. Fuck it, he a dead man, right? That's what you said about Tupac. You said he was a dead man. You and Drake and Poetic Flacco, y'all are disconnected from the culture. See, let me tell you this before we get back into this, right? As grown men, what's understood don't gotta be explained. DJ acted Diddy. So amongst real hip hop, amongst real men, we ain't gotta tell nobody that's battling. Nobody had to tell, Pusha T not to use Tupac voice. Nobody has to tell him that. When Kendrick, when Jada Kiss and Beanie Siegel was battling, nobody had to tell Beanie Siegel not to use Tupac's voice in the battle because amongst real men, what's understood ain't got to be explained. So, Drake using Tupac voice right there, it was like, I thought it was the lamest shit in the world. It was, even when I heard Zip with the Drip condoning it, I was like, these dudes is lost, baby. These dudes don't even, they not connected. They lost. Nasty work. And then again, you called that man a bozo and a weirdo. Now, we gotta, a Juke, I see you in the chat, right? My boy said, he said, I'm a white boy, right? I see you, hold on. James Jukin, I see you in the chat, right? And it's all good to be a white boy. Just make sure you don't stream with DJ Akademiks. Because DJ Akademiks like to talk real salacious to them young white boys. DJ Akademiks like to talk real sexual. He get real sexual in them live streams. He get to asking you certain questions about why you ain't doing this and why you ain't down with doing that. He gonna start feeling you out. Is you willing to do this? Is you willing to do that? Is you willing to let a man do? Is you willing to suck? Is you willing to do that? So James, just make sure you ain't in a live stream with DJ Akademiks. Because he liable to get to asking you them certain questions to fill out and figure out what you into and what you not into. Yeah. Yeah. So again, imagine if we use Bob Marley's voice. I mean, he a dead man, ain't he? Ain't Bob Marley a dead man? Didn't he die with 45 different type of lice and them dirty ass dreadlocks that he had going on? Huh? Respectfully to Bob Marley, I'm just saying, it is what it is. If you could talk about Tupac, we could talk about Bob Marley. Bumba Clyde, Ross Clyde, pussy boy. Yeah, you didn't know I could talk that Jamaican talk, did you? Yeah, you didn't know I had that patois in me. You know I talk that patois. Bumbaras, pussy clot bumbaras, pussy boy, Bonty boy. Yeah, I talk to you in your native land. I talk to you in your native tongue. Hey, DJ Actor Diddy, I talk to you in your native tongue, boy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a jack of all trades over here at Grown Man Business TV. I talk to you in your native tongue. Pussy the bumbaras clot, pussy. Yeah. Let's go. Go ahead. Look, go ahead, talk to him.
Do what he want. This I hate these niggas, man. Who the fuck tell Drake he can't put Tupac's? Nigga, that's my interpretation. So if Tupac can stay this man, we'll take it down and shit. But like that's what I wanted to do. This whole like, oh yeah, you disrespected people. Man, shut up. This is a rap battle. Only the rap. Yo, this has been the most made like woke but weird rap battle of all time. Well, y'all in a rap battle where is called a with no proof, but let you use a dead man's voice. That's mad disrespectful. What are we talking about? Could we make that make sense? So you call a who's alive ain't that disrespectful. But using a dead man's voice, he ain't here to hear it. Check this out.
It's like an style experiment.
Well, guess what? Bob Marley ain't here to hear me talk to you like this neither. Bob Marley ain't here to hear it neither. We gonna start using Bob Marley voice. Yeah. Yeah, I talk to you. We gonna talk about it. Yeah, go ahead, DJ. Go ahead, talk to him. Go ahead.
Be to the people who hold those people in high regard, not to the dead person, right? Because obviously Tupac can't listen, hear, or see what's going on. He's dead. However, the people who love Tupac, his family members, and others, they've seen it as disrespectful. Now, I think two things can be true. I think that it could be disrespectful to use the Tupac AI voice. But I also think it could be disrespectful to call a man a pedo without any proof. And I also think it can be disrespectful to call a man a woman beater or a wife beater without any proof. But the thing about this beef is disrespect came from all sides that is almost impossible to play the moral police. If someone want to say, man, Kendrick, you wrong for calling Drake a pedo, man, without no proof, then somebody can counter back to say, man, Drake, you is foul for calling Kendrick Lamar a wife beater with no proof. And then if DJ Head or some West Coast dude say, man, Drake, you foul for using a Tupac AI voice.
You see how you foul? Why? Let me tell you something. That's his interpretation of black people. Yo, man, you're foul for using the Drake voice. Hey, bro, hey, man, this shit nasty work. This shit nasty work, man. And I don't respect, I'm going to tell you something. I don't respect no African playing in our culture. You are African, homie. You from Johannesburg or something. You out there with goddamn Meg. You out there with, yeah. And I know it's gonna sound harsh, you know what I'm saying? I know it sounds harsh, right? But we supposed to been gatekeeping our culture. We supposed to been start standing on business and calling these tethers out, calling these dudes out, man. You a visitor in the house of hip hop. Show some respect, man. You a visitor in the house of this culture. Show some respect, man. Go ahead, man. Talk.
And they can say, who killed Tupac? It wasn't no. If that disrespectful, imagine what the family of Tupac thought y'all did, bro. Or, hey, yo, Y'all rapping "A Man Is a Pedo." Y'all are singing this at songs and at parties and at festivals. Y'all are rapping this at the top of your lungs. So you rapping about a man being a pedo and you singing it at the top of your, that's not disrespectful, but a Tupac AI voices. So it's hypocrisy that exists on all sides. And at some point, I feel like the hypocrisy cancels itself out, right?
Hey yo, let me speak to this pedo thing with Drake, right? Let me speak to this, man. It's very telling at the fact that we are way past this so-called rap battle between Drake and Kendrick Lamar, and all they care about and all they still are talking about is the A minor bar. Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. Like, that's all out of all the songs. I mean, he did a song called Meet the Grams where he talked about his parents, he talked about his upbringing. He disrespected them in multiple songs, right? But all y'all care about is that one bar, because it's some truth to that bar. It's some truth to that. Because I'm gonna tell you something, right? A man that has no accusations, a man that ain't never been in no positions like that. I mean, we'll feel a way about it, but at the end of the day, we don't play like that. That shit gonna go over going one ear and out the other. But when you got certain situations that kind of, you got certain situations that stamp that bar. I showed y'all a video of Drake in his beginning stages of hip hop. Drake was about 27. He had a 16-year-old girl on stage. He kissed her. He rubbed her breasts. When he found out that she was 16, he told her that he said some wild sexual shit to her. He didn't say, "Oh, my bad, get off the stage. Why didn't y'all?" He didn't do that. So, he got certain things that he did that kind of, can connect him to that bar. So it's like, yo, man, he could call a man a pedo, and that's not disrespectful. No, it was disrespectful. It was disrespectful, and it was somewhat true, and it was a fire bar. Now, if Drake got a problem with that, he need to do something about that. Go in the booth and drop some music, homie. But you using Tupac voice because he called you a pedo, that don't make sense. You doing all this crying and bickering and whining all over the industry because he called you a pedo, that don't make no sense. It's a rap battle. The man called you a pedo. Go in the studio and reply to that. Tupac said, first off, F your clique and the clique you claim, West Side till we die. He said, first off, yeah. He said he smashed your wife. We bust on bad boys, niggas fuck for life. What Biggie gonna do? Cry about it? Oh man, he said he fucked my wife, man. What is disrespectful? Like, yo, nigga, you gonna respond or you not? That's why I say y'all don't have no connection to the culture. Yeah, man, it's disrespectful. Okay, go in the booth and be more disrespectful. The man called you a pedo. Go in the booth. Don't use AI. Don't use ghostwriters. Don't call daylight. Don't get nobody to write the rhymes for you. Go in the booth and do something more disrespectful. Yeah, salute to that. Salute to that. We gonna go a little further. We about to get deeper. Get deeper. But Simon, I see that in the chat. Hey, give me a roll call, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. Well over 200 people in here. Well over 100 likes. Where are you from? Let me know where y'all from right now. Late night on this late Saturday, early Sunday morning. Let me know where y'all from in the chat, man. What we dealing with? We got Chi-Town in the chat. We got Chi-Town. I'm gonna tell you something, man. We nationwide over here at Grown Man Business TV. Nationwide, homie. Where you from in the chat? We got New York. We got Philadelphia. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. We got the rack in here. Memphis, what it do? Shark City, yeah, Big 757. You see that? Buffalo. Got the whole East Coast in here with us right now. Milwaukee, Naptown, Alabama. Yeah, DC, what it do? Tapped in. Yeah, DNV area. Yeah, and it ain't, nothing crazy, man. Minnesota, I see you in here. Big salute to the chat, man. Big salute to the chat. You gotta understand something, man. Patterson, New Jersey, what it do? Beantown, I see Boston in here. 916, I see you in here. What it do? Salute to the chat. Thomas Santos, 916, what's that? Salute. Brooklyn, Massachusetts, I see you in here. Chi-Town, St. Louis, M-Town, I see you in here. West Coast #1, salute. Block Trade, see you in here. Salute to the West Coast. That's what I was saying earlier. Who you know? That's why a lot of people don't rock with the West. Who is these people you talking about, Poetic Flacco, that don't rock with the West Coast? Yeah, Sacktown, what it do? Mass, what it do? I see you in here. Yeah. Big salute to the chat. Let's let this man talk a little bit more, man. Big salute. Let's see what we got.
Right? If there was disrespect on all sides by all parties, then we can't really regulate it or really say who's right and who's wrong. At this point, is whoever got the best defamation wins, right?
Oh, that's too far. That's too far. You use the voice. You can't use the voice. What?
Don't like you as an artist. I would never, because I have respect for hip hop. I have respect for my elders. Even people who don't like me as an elder in the game, I would never disrespect them publicly because I respect. Where was the disrespect? To use someone's likeness without their permission.
Do you hear these weirdos, bro? To use someone, nigga, it's a rap battle.
And he had to think about that because he know he dead wrong. He really, DJ Actor Diddy said there he had to think about that. Yes, to use that man's likeness without his position, without his permission, is disrespectful. It don't fucking matter if it's a rap battle. He ain't got nothing to do with that battle. Why? What Tupac got to do with the rap battle? Why would he do that? And if you're gonna do it, then you reach out to the estate of Tupac and you tell them, hey, listen, I'm in a rap battle with Kendrick Lamar. I made a song. I want to use Tupac's voice. Is that okay? And guess what? The estate is gonna say, hell no, Drake. Why would we allow you to do that? Same thing with Bob Marley. He's a dead man, but you can't just use Bob Marley's voice without the estate giving you permission to do it. But you got to understand something. Drake was so desperate because he don't write his own rhymes. He don't write his battles. He don't write his lyrics. He got a ghostwriter. He couldn't figure out what to do without a ghostwriter. Yeah, it's like Ryan Garcia last night. You see his ass get knocked down about 10 times because he ain't had those steroids. See, when you ain't got your ghostwriter or you ain't got your steroids, oh, it ain't hitting the same. You get desperate. That's why he used Tupac voice. He wasn't doing it for no other reason other than Daylight wasn't writing his rhymes. Yeah, y'all know the battle rapper Daylight, he wrote back to back. When I Wanna Do is going back to back. You damn near ended Meek Mill's career with a fucking ghostwriter. That's not a part of the culture. That ain't how we do it over here. You might do it like that in Canada, but that ain't how we do it over here in hip hop. Salute to the chat, man. Hit them like button, man. Run it up.
Yo, you be having these weird ass niggas like DJ Head and these other goofy ass niggas talk out both sides of their mouths. Here's the thing. You ever seen a rapper who's rapping take a different character? Sometimes they take the character of God or a higher power or their conscience talking to themselves. It's called creativity, brother. It's not called disrespect. If people could cosplay as God in a creative sense in rap and act like, oh, that's what God is talking to him and saying, and people are not offended. Like, why would you Who the fuck, like, respectfully to Tupac, and Tupac the greatest living, no, Tupac to me, well, I used to have him number one, he's number two behind Ye. Tupac is the second greatest hip-hop artist of all time, for me. If we could do it with God, who the fuck is Pac?
Where's the example of that? DJ Akademiks. See, one thing about Show Flacco, Poetic Flacco, and DJ Akademiks is they be running off at the mouth, and there's nobody to contest it. There's nobody with real knowledge. There's nobody that's a real man that really know what they talking about that can ask the questions and contest. Because this is what I want to know. Who are you talking about that used God as a creative? Who did that? What name the song, name the battle, and name the situation where you heard that happen? I bet you can't name that. Because it never fucking happened. If we could use God, who are you talking about? Who are you talking about, homie? That shit never happened. There's nobody that used God and said God did this and did that. And if you could use God, why you can't use Tupac? Man, shut your dumb, excuse my language, because you two be tripping. Hey, man, boy, I'm telling you, boy, you keep running your goddamn mouth, boy. I put the backhand on you. I'm loud. Hey, shut your goddamn mouth, DJ Akademiks. Oh, we could use God. If they could use God, and then it's called creativity. No, it's not. There's nothing creative about that. Creative is writing down your rhymes, making them work, making them rhyme, using metaphors and similes and all that, going in the booth, recording your rhymes, and putting it out. That's creativity. That's creativity. If people can use God. Name one song that you talking about. Name the song. Always remember, DJ Actor Diddy and Poetic Flacco, they say these things, but they never give reference. They never tell you exactly who the hell they talking about. They just be talking. It never happened. All right? I just wanted to throw that out there. Oh, yeah, it's called creativity, and yeah, these days, nah, that shit never happened. Ain't nobody played like they was God, and God told them this, and God told them that in no damn rap battle. Ain't nobody ever did that. I don't know what culture you talking about. You might be talking about Bumba Clyde, Jamaica. Huh? Ross Clyde? Yeah, you like when I talk like that? You understand me now? You might be talking about Ross Clyde, Jamaica, Bumba Clyde, Pussy Ross Clyde, Rude Boy. You might be talking about that. That shit ain't never happened over here, homie. All right? Respectfully. Bonty boy. Listen. Go ahead.
I think he's acting like this is like some sick.
Oh, come on now, YouTube. Stop playing with me. It's a late night live stream right now. All right, let's let him go. Go ahead and talk.
He cooking. A rap battle. Once both these dudes decide they're going to involve women and children and they're going to involve pedo activities or pedo accusations, once those rules were set and the parameters were set, bruh, there was no rules at that point, bruh. It was everything goes. May the best man win. And Ack is right. Yo, we've seen more sacred things get mocked in rap songs. We've seen more sacred things get cosplayed in rap songs. So I don't feel like cosplaying a rapper, right? Bro, meet the level of disrespect as these West Coast dudes would claim. Now, here's where Akademiks took it a tad bit too far, okay? Akademiks will respond back to DJ Head claiming it's disrespectful. And Akademiks began to list a lot of things that are disrespectful on the West Coast that gets ignored. And when Akademiks begin to list certain things, he says certain names that a lot of people is pissed off about.
This whole.
Now I wanna damn. Now what I wanna do is cause this is where it get deep at. You know, I just went through all of that. You know what I'm saying? We had some fun with it, but this is where the band, I guess, from the West Coast come in at. You understand what I'm saying? This is where it get choppy at, and we're gonna talk about it because I already told y'all when did DJ Actor Diddy start understanding or feeling like he could talk gangster to any man. And salute Jamal Walters, the Mr. Universe. He said, I'm a fan of Act and Flacco. I think it's cloud in my judgment, but I understand what you're saying. You know, I'm glad you said that you're a fan of them. Because you are a fan of them, let's really, break this thing down. Let's really understand what we're dealing with. YouTube and content is a real thing. These are real words. This is real content. If you choose to play in it or not, it's a real thing. So when you hear DJ Akademiks, a guy that you are a fan of, speaking gangster, knowing damn well he ain't no fighter, he ain't no shooter, he ain't got a fighting bone in his body, he a whole hoe out here. That don't cloud your judgment. When you hear him calling people weirdos after hearing what he said to that 15-year-old little boy, that don't cloud your judgment. If you a fan to show Flacco, poetic Flacco, then I'm sure you've heard videos of him talking about black people, calling them jigaboos and calling them gang members and calling them pookies and all that, Ray Rays and pookies and all that. That don't cloud your judgment. You don't remember hearing somebody that you a fan of call black men pookies and all that, a whole African. But if I call him an African booty scratcher, now it's a problem, and now it's a problem and all that. So I'm glad that you said that, and I'm glad you was honest enough to say that. Because if you a fan of these dudes, then you know what I'm talking about. Now, this where we gonna go left, and this is where we gonna really be able to diagnose some things that I've been talking about this whole live stream. All right, let's listen. Big salute to the chat.
Think about, oh, this is super disrespectful. Hey, y'all niggas got no fucking unity over there, man. Like, cut that bullshit out. Y'all niggas killed Drake at a concert. And I don't hear ass niggas talk about that. Y'all niggas got no goddamn loyalty and unity on the. Y'all niggas y'all just all cocksucking one man who y'all think will help y'all, and he helped none of y'all. I don't know what the West Coast niggas be talking about.
Hey, listen, man. I know nothing about who killed who, but the conversation that Akademiks is trying to have, he's trying to bring West Coast dudes to the pulpit and make them have an uncomfortable conversation. The conversation is, when it comes to Drake, West Coast is trying to unify, preach loyalty to the. Yo, when you see a West Coast dude even speak about Drake in a favorable light, he gets called a traitor. So Ak is asking, hold on, bro. When did loyalty and unity become a part of this culture? When this culture kills all its poppin' rappers. And he mentioned Draco. He's about to mention a lot of other people. Now, this, I will say, took it a tad bit too far past the point of civility.
So right now, what we got is DJ Act a Diddy, right? A whole lame, a whole marshmallow. I'm talking about he built like the Michelin Man. DJ Actor Diddy is built like the Michelin Man. He's built like a sack of laundry, and he has the nerve, and he thinks that he has the right to speak about Draco the Ruler. Now, Draco the Ruler was a rapper that was a gang member that was heavily involved in gang activity and street activity, who was murdered out there on the West Coast, right? Murdered, right? Now, it is what it is and it'll be what it's going to be. But I don't think that DJ Act Diddy is qualified to talk about those type of situations. It's the same reason why that dude Vince Staples was about to put Vince Staples, I think his name is, was about to put hands and feet on DJ Actor Diddy when they was on that podcast with Joe Buttons. Because who gave you the green light to talk about Chirac and the murders that go on out there? Who gave you the now we're gonna talk, because he said a lot more. But he already said something about Draco the ruler, right? So let's let him talk. Because that's one thing for sure, two things for certain. DJ Actor Diddy is going to talk. So let's let him talk. Go ahead.
Right? Just me knowing how this could be taken out of context, I probably wouldn't have said it. But Ack ain't scared of nobody, man. Ack let them have it. All right. Now the next example that Ack will bring up Nipsey Hussle.
I can't stand whole niggas like this, bro. You care so much about disrespect, and put it like this. Yo, let me say some real shit. West Coast things gonna be me. I'm gonna be at the Kendrick concert anyway. Yo, y'all talk about disrespect, but every time y'all talk about none of y'all would admit Nipsey got killed because of disrespect. He called a man a stitch and nigga put him over that. None of y'all be admitting that. This is what I don't like about y'all. Y'all be mad hypocritical. Nipsey got smoked because he called a nigga a stitch because he disrespected a nigga. But y'all just act like y'all ain't hear that part of it, right? Y'all say all this respect, this and third, y'all be picking and choosing, bro. Y'all know damn well y'all be picking and choosing. Y'all be picking and choosing. Y'all talk all about this respect shit. Yo, hey, so if Nipsey got killed because he called a nigga snitch, what you think Kendrick? So if you talking about you can't disrespect OGs, a nigga got killed, smoked, dead, because he called a nigga snitch. What about the nigga who's calling another nigga? You don't think that's kind of like the same thing? That's not disrespectful? So what is this? So you could call a nigga, but you just can't use a nigga's voice that's dead. Man, you're gonna love this.
Ooh, he talking big, boy. Hey, DJ Actor Diddy, you talking big. Hold on, go ahead. I'll let you finish. Go ahead. I'll let you finish. Now look at that right there. Now I'm gonna tell you something, right? Look, look. Boy, your barber did a number on you, brother. I wonder how much. Look. I'm curious on how much you paid for that haircut, Joe Flacco. A poetic Flacco. How much your barber robbed you for that haircut right there? Oh, he did you filthy. Show Flacco, it hurt me. Oh, I had to check my edge up real fast to make sure. I don't want to talk about your edge up like that because I don't want nothing to happen to my edge up like that. But I'm going to tell you one thing for sure and two things for certain. If a barber ever attack me with some clippers the way you got attacked with those clippers, oh, I'm going to jail. I'm going to put hand and feet on the barber. I got to fight you. I ain't paying you. You ain't going to make a dime today. We going to have to fight today, boy. If you ever attack my edge up with them hair clippers, yeah, look. Show Flacco. Come on, Flacco. Come on, Flock. Come on, son. Why would you let him do that to your goddamn hairline right there? Why? Why would you do that? Jesus Christ. Jesus. The reason I'm putting my goddamn hand and feet on you, boy. The reason is the reason I'm going to put my goddamn hands on you today, Mr. Barber Man. Mr. Barber Man. I'm gonna put my goddamn hands on you today. When you listen to me, all right, listen to me. I'm just saying one thing. When the barber hand me the mirror, hey man, GMB, we all wrapped up. We finished. I just finished on you. Go ahead and look in the mirror, and I look at that motherfucking line right there. I'm gonna have to bust your ass, youngster. You must be a new barber, and I'm gonna have to go to jail today because I'm not about to let you. Boy, you thought you was okay. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say nothing else. But show Flacco, that's nasty work. You got some nerve talking about black people and Pookies, and then you let Pookie push your goddamn hairline back. Who cut your hair, Mr. Hey, show Flacco, who is your barber? Who is your barber so we can make sure nobody else goes to your barber? We know we gonna Poetic Flacco, you tell me who your barber is. I'm gonna do a video on your barber, and I'm gonna make sure nobody go to your barber ever again. Your boss your ass to America. You're trying to look like us. You want to get edged up like us black people. That motherfucker probably charge your ass $100, man, for that. A massacre on your goddamn forehead, boy. Now, now let's get back on track. I just look. Ooh-wee. I said, I ain't say nothing else to you. I ain't say nothing else to you about that. You know what I mean? Wisdom B, I see you in the chat, baby. Hey, look, we go get back on track. Now, you got DJ Academic talking about Draco the Ruler, and now he talking about Nipsey Hussle. Oh, Nipsey Hussle got smoked, this, that, and the third. Y'all picking and choosing. Ain't you a civilian, homie? Nasty work, man. Now, Poetic Flacco, I'm gonna let you go, man. I'm gonna let you talk, Mr. Poetic Flacco. But watch your goddamn mouth, man. When you got to edge up like that, shouldn't be talking about no guy. You need to put a goddamn hat on, man. Don't you see DJ Actor Diddy? He always got on a hat. You need to start wearing a hat, Mr. Flacco. You shouldn't don't you ever come back on this goddamn camera and this algorithm with your goddamn hair chopped up like that. I'm going to send your ass a Grown Man Business TV hat. I got some hats over there. I got some merch, and I'm going to send you a couple of hats and all that. If you don't mind, I'm going to send you a couple of hats, man. You know what I mean? For real, man. I got something for you. I'm going to send something to you, man. Salute to the chat, man. Run them likes up, baby.
Hey, you about to get me killed, homie. Hey, man, I have no opinion, homie. You didn't, hey, man, you about to get me smoked on the West, man. I ain't got no opinion, homie. I ain't got no opinion. Hey, I'm going to ask y'all, bro, all right?
Your ass ain't got no hairline neither, but we going to leave that alone. Go ahead and talk to him. Go ahead, Show Flago. Go ahead. Yeah, look. Go ahead and talk to him.
All right. I'm going to let y'all brave ones in the comment section. Is Akademiks spitting? Or is he not spitting? Now, we can just side past the Nipsey conversation. We'll get back to it and we'll speak on the backlash Ak is getting from that. But if somebody called you a pedo and there was no proof, because DJ Head, Kendrick Lamar's biggest advocate, he came on this debate and he said he don't believe that Drake is a pedo. He think it's just battle rap. So based on that, what are the consequences for someone calling you a pedo if it's not true? Now, if you are underdeveloped Neanderthal who's probably in the streets, if somebody walk up to you and call you a pedo, you'll probably smoke them, all right? If you're Flacco, I'm walking away. Like, okay, bro, peace out. All right? I'm not fighting. I'm not. No, but in terms of Kendrick Lamar and the rules that he abide by, ain't death the only consequence for somebody calling you that with no paperwork? But somehow it's not disrespectful when Kendrick Lamar do it to Drake. But from my perspective,
hey man, let me just say something real quick. Why is y'all defending Drake so much? That shit is weird. You dudes is weird, B. Poetic Flacco, DJ Akadiddy. You know, you dudes need to get Drake his slong out your mouth, man. Get Drake out your mouth, man. For real. I'm telling you, man, like you dudes, man, we in a wild time right now where everything is in reverse. No, it's okay for these guys to talk about Drake and hey, bruh, you need to be more worried about what goddamn clippers your barber's using on your goddamn head, brother. You should be more worried about that. Oh, why is he talking to Drake? And Kendrick ain't no gang member. Oh, what rules? He goes by certain rules. Hey, man, y'all ain't got nothing to do with this code. You don't know what the fuck you talking about, man. Calm down. Get out the way, man. Get out the way. And you know, I don't spend every day talking about dudes like this. You know what I'm saying? But it's mandatory that I double back and I spin the block every now and then on dudes like this. Man, close your mouth. Look. Close your goddamn mouth, Mr. Flacco. Look. Yeah, look. Close your goddamn mouth. Every time Drake come around, that's what these dudes. Look. Every time Drake come around, this what these dudes is doing right here. Look. Every time you bring up Drake, that's the front. They just open their mouth up. For real, man. You think it's crazy, man. Get it out of there, man. This shit is nasty work. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Big salute to the chat, man. Hey, look, I can't make this up, man. You know, they saying that DJ Akademiks is banned. He's banned from California. That's word is, right? So we'll see how that plays out. But you know, I'm going to double back and spin the block every now and then on dudes like Actor Diddy. You don't just get to walk away what you said to that 15-year-old little boy. You don't just get to double back and you talking about gangs activity and you saying this and you calling him a hoe and you call him a bitch ass nigga and you calling him a weirdo. Like, nah, I think you need to get in the ring or something. They need to have like a celebrity boxing match. I would love to get in a boxing match, man, with DJ Actor Diddy, man. I would love to get in the ring, you know, train for a couple of months and get in the ring with DJ Actor Diddy, man. You know what I'm saying? Put some gloves on that goddamn body bag. You motherfucking, yeah, you're shaped like a bag of laundry. DJ Akadiddy, you shaped like a bag of trash. You know what I mean? When you take the trash out to the dumpster, you built like the Michelin Man and all that. You a marshmallow. You know what I'm saying? And the way you talking, man, it sounds like you want to like do a boxing match or something. I would love to. I would love to. I would love to, man. I would love to show you something real quick, man. You know, yeah, man. So I'm definitely gonna double back on these type of dudes, but you know, I figured it'd be a late night live stream. Big salute to the chat, man. What y'all got, man? You know, 200 people in the chat. We in here. We ain't stopping. Nah, and I didn't see the video of Shannon Sharp wrapping his hands around, you said his daughter's waist. That's nasty work. I might have to find that. That's nasty. That sounds crazy. That sounds crazy. Yeah, I ain't seen that. Big salute to the chat. Yeah, I ain't seen that. I'm trying to find something real quick, though. I want to see if I still got it. I probably took it down. Big salute to the chat. Nasty work right there. Yeah, I took it down. Nah, did I? Yeah, I took it down. Yeah, I took it down. I'm sure I did. Yeah, for sure. You got to speak with conviction, man. You know, DJ Akademiks, I would love to do like you know, a boxing. I would love to get in the ring with homie. You know what I'm saying? To just show him something real quick. You know what I mean? Because Ain't no way we done got to a point where DJ Actor Diddy is talking the way he's talking, calling dudes weirdos and getting gangster and shit. It's like, damn, like what's going on out there? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. But then at the same time, man, everybody's doing what they doing. Everybody's doing their thing. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. You know, uh, but it's a necessary and it's a need for pure dope, for real content, for just real talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no way, you gonna talk like that and we looking at you like who, we don't believe you. You need more people. DJ Academics, I'm gonna be at the Kendrick Lamar. I hope you go out there. Make sure you record and you stream when you go out to Cali or you go to the Kendrick Lamar show or you do something like that. I want to see. But I guarantee you got the whole SWAT team with you when you go. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be, man. Big salute to the chat. Late night tap in. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to the channel, if you're new to the live and all that, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you locked into the Realest channel on YouTube. This is Grown Man Business TV. And we gotta really separate the big dogs from the puppies, man. Poetic Flacco, it's nothing about homie that I can be a fan of. It's nothing about him I could be a fan of. You know what I'm saying? I would respect dudes like Poetic Flacco if they talked about their culture. Tell us about Nigeria, man. Why are you talking about West Coast and Cali and all that? Why are you talking about our culture that we already know about? Tell us about Johannesburg, man. Tell us about Nigeria. Tell us about your immigrant parents and how they came to America, how they made a way for you, how they gave you an opportunity. You understand? Tell us about your culture. Tell us about fufu. How do you make fufu and all that? Why do y'all eat the fufu with your fingers and scoop up the fufu with all the juices and put it in your mouth like that? I would respect DJ Actor Diddy if he would tell us about his times in Jamaica and he would show us that, and give us, an insight on his journey to America. Yeah, I never Wisdom B, I always see them videos with them eating fufu, and it always just I can't grasp why they would all be sticking their fingers in the same goddamn bowl, swapping up the same goddamn juice, and putting their fingers and everything back in the bowl with each other. I just don't get it. These are Africans that's in America. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even like no African shit. It's like Flacco's uncle and them. They make the show, they make the fufu, they dump it all on the goddamn kitchen counter, and that's what they be doing in there. It sounds just like that. You know what I'm saying? I would like you to explain your culture to us. You know? Same thing with DJ what's his name? Adam 22. No jumper. DJ Vladimir. Never DJ'd a turntable in his life, but he got the word DJ or the name DJ on the front of his name, and we just let him rock out like that. That's why I call him Vladimir. DJ Vlad is a Ukrainian. Did y'all know that he's from the Ukraine? DJ Vladimir Putin, they all the same. So you got a whole culture that you could talk to us about. Yo, I'm from the Ukraine. This is what the terrain look like. This is what Ukrainian gangsters do. You could tell us about Russia and all that. But instead, you over here talking about gangs and talking to gang members and doing all this buffoonery. Same thing with Adam 22. Adam 22 is a part of the higher ups and the elites. Adam 22 father is in bed with Bill Clinton. Let's go a step further. Adam 22 father was pardoned by Bill Clinton back in the 90s. Adam 22's father got pardoned by Bill Clinton for some crimes that he did. Adam 22 been to the White House. Adam 22 done had dinners with Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton. Y'all didn't know that? So Now you understand it's no coincidence that Akademiks, Poetic Flacco, DJ Vladimir, Adam 22, they all talk about the same shit. Gangs, beef, rap, murder. They all talk about the same shit. They all interview the same thing. It's no coincidence why. Yeah, Adam 22 daddy is best friends with Bill and Hillary Clinton. Adam 22 daddy got a pardon. He got a pardon by Bill Clinton in the early 90s for some drugs or for some espionage he was involved in. Y'all ain't know I knew that word, did you? Espionage. He got a pardon by Bill Clinton, and Adam 22 was a skinhead, and his ass was in the White House. Now all of a sudden he doing porn and he's smoking weed and he interviewing all these gang members, and now the Rolling 60 Crips got the biggest goddamn federal indictment in the last 100 years. And Adam 22 is doing what he do. It ain't Adam 22, it's Adam 1-2. It ain't Adam 22, it's Adam 1-2. And 1-2, that equals 12. That means 12. Adam 1-2, that's 12. I say all that to say this. The real is back. Put your motherfucker. Adam one time. I like that. Adam one time. Adam 1-2 or Adam one time. And in these times, released to me, it's a lot of rappers out there try to sound like G&B. I help you out. Here's what you do. You're gonna need a wire, cause that's a bird at you. You got a couple of beans and you don't got a clue. Your situation is bleak. I'ma keep it real, cuz fucking with me, you gotta cop for real. Cause if you're gonna drop something, you gotta drop for real. Not only walk it, talk like it. From the bricks to the booth, I could predict the future like Cleo the psychic. And you can't date skios and wife it, And you can't sell me bullshit, you know the prices. So what your life is, we gon' ride till the wheels fall off. Y'all motherfuckers check the tires. Off we go, let the trumpets blow. And hold on, because the driver of this Bentley is a pro. The rule is back. Dun, dun, da, 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 da. You like that? Did you like that? Yeah. In these times, released to me, it's a lot of content creators out there trying to sound like G and B. That was good right there. Did you like that? Is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. Big salute to the chat. Wisdom B, Charlie P, see you in here. All in Alkaline Lifestyle, MJ, Dresky, I see you in here. Stacy Galore, I see you in here. Y'all already know how we giving it up. This is Grown Man Business TV, a DJ, actor, Diddy. Don't you ever forget you was out here acting a Diddy. And Poetic Flacco, you need to fire your barber. Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, if you fire your barber right now and you let your hair get bushy and you Wolfman, don't get a haircut for about 3 months and get you a new fucking barber. We can save your hairline right now. 1-800-SAVE Poetic Flacco's hairline right now. You can donate. And we can make sure we get you a new barber so he ain't goddamn jacking and chopping and screwing your goddamn hairline up like that ever again. We don't ever want to see that. I don't ever want to see another man, even if he's an African, even if he is an African, I don't want to see you losing your hairline like that. 1-800 Save Poetic Flacco's headline right here on Grown Man Business TV. Yeah. Yeah, I said what I said, man. Said what I said, man. Now listen, you already know what time it is. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. You understand me? Now listen, you can tap in and you can tap out, but you know my slogan and you do know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. Listen, I suggest you tap into this grown man business. I suggest you tap into this grown man content at all times. You already know what it is. Straight off the bricks into the bottles. Straight off that brick into the bottles. Straight raw, pure, uncut, no extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing. We not dressing nothing up. I'm giving you this pure dope, straight raw, my G. All is raw. This the rawest, purest dope you gonna find on YouTube. You ain't gonna find nowhere on this algorithm or on this app the dope purer than mine's. Pure dope. Listen, man, straight off the brick into the bottles. No extras, no preservatives. We not sugarcoat nothing. We not dressing nothing up. I'm going to give it to you straight raw. Yeah, no fentanyl, no quinine, no baking soda, no preservatives. Straight off the brick into the bottles. We don't even use a stove or Pyrex. I am not going to counter whip it or wall whip it. I'm going to give it to you right off the brick into the bottle. DJ Actor Diddy, you been out here acting a Diddy, and don't you ever forget it. That little white boy you was talking to, we ain't never gonna let you forget that. Watch who you calling a weirdo. Weirdo. Watch who you calling a sucker. Watch who you calling a weirdo. Weirdo. Poetic Flacco. Watch your mouth about black people, homie. Yeah, we seen you and your sister and your auntie and them scooping that foo-foo up off that counter. They take the whole bowl and dump that shit on that dirty ass counter, and y'all get to swiping up that foo. Y'all get to swiping up that foo-foo with your dirty ass fingers and all that. We ain't gonna let you. Don't forget that. Watch how you talk about my culture. Cause we seen y'all eating that goddamn foo-foo and all that. We saw you. Yeah, we watched. We seen it. Yeah, we seen the mukbang of you dudes out there eating foo-foo and swiping it up to your mouth and all that. Nasty work. Yeah. You call us Pookie, we call you African booty scratcher. You know all about that. Scratching booty with the African booty scratching and all. You know what I'm talking about. With that being said, you already know what time it is, man. Salute to the chat, Charlie P, all my wrenches, all my newcomers, all my new investors, all my new subscribers. Listen, you in the right place. Make sure you are locked into the channel. Make sure you are subscribed. Don't let this go over your head or under your bridge. All right? Nicole Fontaine, I see you in the chat. I'll let you know I see you. Kayla, what's going on? Block Trade, salute. So listen, man, you already know what time it is. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV, man. You can tap in or you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest? And I suggest you tap in. Gang.